So the Brave team, in my opinion, is in one of the weirdest spots a tribe could be in currently. They have like, I don't know, multiple different variations, and none of them are really too much better than the other one. I don't know how to English. But anyways, so the Brave team got a UZ Unity, its third one in Mara's second outfit. Well, the problem is that the Brave team really just doesn't want to run it. So here we have our current Extreme Popper, Demon God Nate, who is a Feverfill Unity EX Popper. The only problem is that he is an AoE character, meaning he does like half to even a third of the damage he's supposed to. I don't know what it is exactly, but it's not very much. And if that wasn't enough, Mara is already on the team in terms of this Mara. Now, if we put them like next to each other, you can see that like they're kind of, this one's more orange. But then at the same time, this Mara, instead of having something useful, she has Afterfill. Instead of like Feverfill, Drop Big, Prefill, something useful. No, we just give her Afterfill. The same thing that Itsuki has. And Itsuki, no matter what anybody says, she's the real problem with this tribe. See, she has Fast Fever, which is nice, but at the same time, she has Afterfill instead of something useful. So, really, Itsuki is the problem with this team. Now you might think, oh, well, why don't you just use, like, I don't know, someone else? There really isn't anyone else. KJ kind of sucks. Like, the thing he has going for him is redrop. If you got redrop as your best thing, you suck, actually. And then the next best option after that, although honestly I think it's kind of just a better option, period, would be Summer Shadowside Blazion, because he has Easy Link and Feverfill, and since, you're wasting so much time for Megumin Soultimate to fire anyway, you might as well. I don't know. It's like, the problem is that Itsuki really sucks at her job, so you might as well just bring Megumin, because you're gonna take so long to get the Soultimates anyway. But then again, at the same time, like, it's just a whole problem. So let's try this team against the Throne stage. Now, the problem is that there's no stage currently that I can test these all on, because UZ Mara has a Throne bonus, because of course she does. But anyways, so the main thing with the Brave team is that, well, there's two drop big characters, which you think would kind of be a problem, but honestly, it just kind of helps sometimes. And we can also get bonus balls, and also if you're not using Easy Link Megumin, you're just being ignorant. Like, there are so many people that complain, like, oh, I hate how frickin' Megumin plays, and yet they don't use Easy Link Megumin. Like, dog, you are literally just, like, sabotaging yourself, please. See, like, Itsuki's just being a problem. Like, how am I not in fever time yet? So even though we have less than 10,000 HP left, it really doesn't matter. So we're gonna do this. Do this. Pop this. Pop this. Pop this. Pop this. Oh, she didn't crit. We didn't even trade the revive, so it doesn't matter that we dodged a counter. That would have been like almost 3 million damage. Which, with Tribe Tribe Neutral, would be like 2.7 million. Even though we had 10,000 HP, we did... And my Megumin's LB10, so lowball, they just did 2.5 million damage right there. And still had the revive ready so they could do another Mara. So, like, there are a lot of people that don't like how Megumin plays, which, like, I really don't care for, honestly. Like, oh, you have to wait, and then she one-shots the throne, except, now she only, like, under normal LBs, I don't even think she does half the throne's HP by herself. And then comes the argument of, oh, why even bring Megumin when Mara does, like, 400k per Soultimate? And then, like, then they'll say, like, since, she's doing 400k per Soultimate, which is, like, half of what Megumin does, you should just spam Mara's. but they leave out the fact that Itsuki does it in one counter. Itsuki does 2 Megumin Soultimates worth in just one counter. No character does that. So even though, yes, in terms of speed, Mera can do more damage quicker, Mera also takes 2 counters to almost match Megumin's damage. Something Megumin doesn't really struggle to do. You know. Let's see if I can take advantage of Itsuki's afterfill. Doesn't look like it. Whatever. So lowball, they just did 2 million damage there. 2 million damage there, and we didn't even get a crit with Subaru's ultimate, and then we still didn't even trigger the revive. We could do 2 more counters in the revive, would only just then be triggered. So, yeah, Brave's fine. Brave's pretty decent. So what if we replace Megumin with, Mera, UZ? We'll have to go to a different stage, and there's not even, like, a kind of difficult stage, because they all have gimmicks. Even the easiest stage, like, reduces the duration of fever time, which sucks. So, we'll just have to go here and then hope we don't kill. So, with enough practice, you could 100% get good at, identifying the 2 Meras apart from each other. But you know what would be nicer? If I just didn't have to adjust to that, and I could just tell. So, let's see how much we do in, like, 8 Ultimates or something, I guess. I don't know. I was kind of thinking there was some more. It's like you look at it and you're like, oh, it's not really that bad, and then you kind of use it more and you're like, oh, never mind, it is kind of bad. So we'll do this. So now we'll EX pop. Oh man, Subaru, what the heck? Whatever. We'll add like 350k because we didn't get the G Soultimate either. 2.7. That was like almost a perfect run too. So yeah, not too crazy in all honesty. So you know, considering they have 3 UZ unities and a character that does 450,000 damage, no, not 450, just 400,000 damage per Soultimate. You would think that they would have done like 3.5 million damage or something, but no. Nah, just not really. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention this earlier, but there's also like some argument where, oh, it doesn't matter if freaking what's her face, Megumin? Doesn't matter if Megumin's doing 2 Mera Soultimates worth encounters because you're wasting so much time getting her Soultimate off anyway. That doesn't really apply if you do double fever stuff, which you essentially have to do anyways, because, like, I only can just now do an Itsuki's Ultimate. And even then, I still somewhat barely get the G Soultimate. We don't even have regular Mera Soultimate, by the way. I want you to notice that. You know the other EX popper we want to use? Yeah, she's literally not even ready yet. So we gotta hope for a bonus ball, which we don't get. So we'll do this. Hope she gets her G Soultimate. She does, just barely does. Do a Mera. And then do a Subaru. Alright, there we go. 2.64. 2.65 million, basically. It could go a little bit higher because I haven't maxed everyone's G Soultimate, so like 2.7 million. In a perfect run of 2.7, like, that's just what Megumin can do. Like, pretty easily. Megumin can do, like, 3 million damage tribe neutral. Which is kind of insane. You might think, oh, your Megumin's LB10. Yeah, and I also haven't maxed out everyone's G Soultimate. Subaru might be, like, G3, maybe 4? Mera's G5, I think. Itsuki's G5, and Megumin's G5. But I also don't have all the perma bonuses, too, so there's also that. I wish I just had the perma bonuses, because that'd be more useful to have. Remember when I was first, like, learning how Puni worked? I was like, what the heck are these perma bonuses? I don't like it that these old characters give some slight stat bonuses. And they're like, some people would like really make you think that perma bonuses were like insane. Like there were some people saying Aqua does like 300k per Soultimate, and I was like, what? Mine does like 220. What are you talking about? And it turns out, no, they were just drastically overestimating freaking Aqua. Also, you might think, oh, you're taking so long to do this. I have to make sure I don't kill this stage because it has no HP, by the way. It has like look at that. We almost killed right there. So, yeah, I'm trying to make sure I don't kill this throne stage. I mean, this stage 45 super easily because that would kind of suck. So this is 3 Soultimates. 4 Soultimates. 5 Soultimates. 6 Soultimates. We didn't even fire a Megumine, but if she does like, I don't know, 800k, we practically just did what the Brave team did in however many Soultimates, and we did it in like 7. So, you're kind of not really too crazy. Now, what would the best Brave team be? Theoretically, if you were clinically insane, it would be this, in my opinion. Some slight stats that get, you know, you don't lose damage because of an AoE. And your EX Popper has an Afterfill, which can get you more Subarus and Maras. The problem, now you have 3 characters who cannot get their Soultimate easily. One of them is your goddamn EX Popper. You know, the character who absolutely has to be used first. And, by the looks of it, we're not gonna get it. I'll try to get her Soultimate, though it really ain't looking all that good right now. I don't think Megumine gets more damage, depending on if we, you know, do the... She doesn't even have her G Soultimate yet. Oh my god. We killed. We literally killed because I was trying to get the G Soultimate. So, yeah, I really don't. I don't think this team is even good. It's just if you were to be theoretical and try to say what would the actual best peak team be, it would be this in terms of performance. But in terms of like viability, honestly, Brave hasn't even changed. This is like the first Yuzi Unity you can just not get, and then you'd probably be fine. Like I swear, it's so weird. And a lot of people, like, overestimate how, like, valuable unities are, but then you have other people who underestimate how valuable unities are. And try to say that, like, oh, they need a UZ unity. Well, like with Tough, like, there's some idiot, aka Lorenzo, who said that, you know, Tough needs a UZ unity now. Meanwhile, Tough is, like, the 4th best team in the game, and the UZ unity, I mean, the triple Z unity they have, which, whether it's friggin', what's-his-face, minus Gargaros or Puppet Gunshin, you know, they still do just fine as is. The tap and play actually helps too, because you don't run out of fever time. So let's hope that we don't kill. Everyone has their Soultimate, because I'm fixing to link Eats Key to get back into fever time. So we're gonna hope for a bunch of Maras, which we barely get. $2.76 million. And we still had more Soultimates to come. So, in terms of peak performance, it would be this team because it's literally just the other team, except Mara gets a slight extra bit of damage and then gets a lot more damage because she's not an AoE. But it's so much more difficult to use, you might as well just not. But what about if you don't have, for example, Demon God Nate? I pray for you. But what if you want, for example, you don't want to run Subaru because you're one of those people that doesn't like Subaru for some reason? You know, she only has a 25% chance to not deal damage. I mean, we've seen it twice here, but then again, I've seen it 10 times in a row where I've gotten her Soultimate. So, who would be the fifth character? Probably, maybe. Honestly, there are a lot of options. You could bring friggin' Obi. You could bring Yamato. You could bring, I don't know, friggin' Ryu Senin Senenki. Bring Yun. You could do a lot. Or you could even bring just Yami Kenma. So we'll do that. We'll put him on the team and see what happens. Because he has pre-fill, that means that we should be able to get everyone's Soultimate pretty easily. And deal some decent damage, I think. The only problem now, Itsuki still struggles to get her Soultimate. You know. Also, half your team is red or orange. Whether you think that's good or not is entirely up to you, and honestly, it's bad, and if you say anything else, you're just coping, please. Don't even have Demon God Nate's Ultimate ready. There. There were so many Maras, I did not expect that. I could have gotten a whole extra Mara Ultimate, are you kidding me? Now there's hardly any. Now there's hardly any arrows, of course. So we'll do this for a ton of Maras of all flavors. I couldn't even do it. Wow. It's not fun, honestly. So Brave's biggest problem is that all of their characters are very much so not designed to help one another. They do their own thing, and they're just kind of mashed together. But because they have such high stats, and because Megumin is so broken, they still get to be top 3. I'll do a tribe tier list next event, because I'm going to call it the April tier list, and I don't want it to not include the second half of April, because that kind of sounds stupid. But so, does Itsuki even get her G's Ultimate? Yes. So we'll do this. I haven't even gotten Itsuki's Ultimate. So we just barely do enough damage without, you know, Subaru or Megumin. So just barely deal enough damage because their chain ability really just lacks, in all honesty. So, kind of just a short video because I can't really show it against the throne stage. Maybe I will next event if it's not grindable. But I hope it is grindable because, you know, I need Y points. I need Y points. So yeah, really, just overall, Brave's not made to be a good team, and yet they still are because they hit the jackpot with Megumin. Revive plus Easy Link for this works pretty well, and that's really just all there is. Without Megumin, they would 100% be about mid tier, just like they've always been.